Hello, everybody. Welcome to Graded Point Live. We have not been live for 2 days, and I am upset, and it's my fault. Um, I had to deal with some family issues, but everything's good now. We're back. We're ready to go, and we're going to talk about this thing. By the way, I want to say hello to my co-host Piper. Hello, Piper. How are you?
Hey.
Yeah. Xavier is joining us tonight. Hello, Xavier.
Hello.
In the chat, we have Fetus Berry Crunch, who is the newest meme lord on the planet. Welcome, sir.
Praise him.
And we have a special guest. He will be joining us for just briefly tonight. Will be Mr. Rhythm. He don't say much, but when he does, he gets his point across, and that's all I want to do. Now I'm gonna, and Mata is just kind of here. I want to go over real quick. Like I said, we'll get into it more in a minute, but I want us to mention that this is a project called Deadbeats. It's an anthology project, and it just so happens to include the writings of somebody named Lauren Cooper, a.k.a. Renfamous.
I was going to say, wait, who is that? That sounds like someone we know.
Yeah.
Also, there's Visagi on there, so you know it's a nice crop of toxic people.
Yeah, but here's the thing. Did anybody remember a couple months ago a dashing, handsome man mentioned that Renfamous would write a comic book this year?
Vaguely, who was it?
I don't know. Good-looking guy, very intelligent, smart, but this is at this point, I think this person would like to say something, and that's why the Rhythm Bot is here. He's going to he's going to play those words for everyone so they understand what's going on.
Give a voice to the voiceless.
To a voice for the voiceless. So here we go. Mm-hmm.
Fuck you! I was right! Fuck you! I was right! Fuck you! I was right!
Truly profound.
That was really quiet. I'm kind of sad, but
It was almost solemn.
You had to turn your volume up.
oh yeah, that's right. I forgot. So I turned it down.
Good job.
It was almost solemn for a moment there.
You had to take a deep breath and let it out, man. So
I take no joy in this victory.
Mm-hmm. So yeah,
but I was right.
So we got this pile of garbage coming out, called called Deadbeats. I like how they put this Visaggio, Steens, Pollock, and Case. More get horrific and musical for Deadbeats project.
I'm kind of disappointed that with this writer lineup, it's not about my ex.
I do gotta say though that as far as a name for an anthology, Deadbeats isn't bad, but it's also not good either because it could say a lot about the talent involved. Depending on how you choose to take it.
Yep, and I'm gonna get to something in a minute that's gonna be really hilarious. But anyway, so basically, Doom Patrol's Rachel Pollock. I'm gonna read through this quickly and briefly, and then we'll talk about it when I'm done because that doesn't take long. Okay. Doom Patrol's Rachel Pollock and Richard Case are reuniting for one of several stories in an upcoming horror anthology called Deadbeats, curated by Eric Palicki and Joe Corello. Deadbeats is a musical theme anthology horror that publisher Wave Blue World. That's a really weird way to say publisher is raising funds now on Kickstarter. I've always found the most compelling anthologies to be those with a clear theme. Each story fits together like pieces of a puzzle, creating a whole, said that AWBW's president, co-creator Tyler Chin Tanner. With Deadbeats,
Congratulations! He knows what an anthology is.
With Deadbeats, we've accomplished just that while still giving each creator enough room to tell their own thrilling tales of mystery and suspense. Creators involved in Deadbeats include Brent Schoonover, Jen Hickman, Taylor Esposito, Lisa Stirl, Vida Ayala, Liana Kangas. These people, did they make their names up? Fucking shit.
It looks like they went on that random word generator where I go to use to make up character names if I don't have one.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the name I made up for my pen name sounds way normal than compared to these people.
Claudia Agrier, Lauren Renfamous Cooper. Yeah, they actually put the name, the Renfamous in there.
Wow.
Yeah. Matthew Ehrman, Sally, Katrina, Marilyn, Ivy, Bled. Who cares? People. Oh, Quanzer! Yes! Twofer!
That's what I'm saying. It's like a lineup of the most toxic fucking people.
And Mags! Threefer!
Yep. That's what I've been saying.
So as all these people are submitting a story to this anthology,
Yes.
that's going to be a pretty busy book.
Yeah. Deadbeat story, all connected around the idea of a music store that has a number of unusual artifacts and curiosities. Akin to Tales from the Crypt Keeper, the music shopkeeper guides the reader through each story.
So it's literally just Tales from the Crypt.
Yeah.
Oh, it's kind of cute. It's got a cute, like, thing going on, though.
It feels like that this premise would work much better if it were in better hands.
Well, yeah, obviously, but
Like, and even the name Deadbeats, I'm kind of digging that now.
yeah.
Like, it kind of works, but I feel like they should put some sort of other qualifiers, like Tails at or Shop at.
Mm-hmm.
Because Deadbeats you can still play that as a descriptor of the talent pool.
Yep. So, here's the funny thing. So this is, it's currently it's a live campaign. We're going to give it a little refresh here.
So that's kind of weird to me is that you have those, well, some of those names on there.
Mm-hmm.
They're supposed to be, like, very in the industry right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
But
Especially, I think Mags and those people who did Doom Patrol. You would think they are, they're pretty big people, right?
Yeah. So you would
right now
think that they wouldn't have to crowdfund. You know what I mean?
You wouldn't think so, but why spend your own money?
Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Well, not only that, but I mean, you would think that they would, like, I don't know, DC would release this, or better yet, Marvel.
I think this might be testing the waters.
Mm-hmm.
Because I think they're all just really, really tired of making pennies on all their book, despite all their big financial backing.
Yeah.
And here's Ethan with nothing, and he's walking away with a couple $100,000.
A few $100,000. It's like,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's true. They probably are finally like, yeah, let's actually make money in comics.
so here we got their Kickstarter up here. It's got $11,700. By the way, that has not moved in an hour.
All right. What are they asking for?
25,000.
Yikes.
Well, I mean, think
That's
about
yikes
it.
for me.
They got a lot of people to pay.
Yeah, I know.
You know?
It's not like they're paying, like, talent. So
Mhm.
that seems a bit much.
Do we have
they got to pay the artist.
Yeah.
Do we have an estimate on how much the book itself is going to cost to complete, just production wise?
Well, okay. How am I gonna say this? These are these people that we're talking about. So
they're probably selling it at cost, or they're
or
selling
less.
it at jacked up.
What's going to happen? There's two things that are going to happen. One, they're not going to make any money off this book. Might be in the red. Probably have to put their own money into it because these idiots always underestimate costs.
Mm-hmm.
Or B, it'll never come out.
I think they know what goes into it. Yeah.
There's always the possibility. I think I talked to you about this the other night when you first mentioned something like this.
Mm-hmm.
Was that they're probably going to meet their goal, but it's going to be due to a handful of very large donations.
Yep.
Which means they're not going to move very many units.
Right. So, like I said,
those donations are going to come in at the end.
Mm-hmm. So like I said, we got that. So I went, I kind of like briefly looked over things. I love that their first tier is $1, and just for support. Like, hey, thanks. You don't get anything. Congratulations. Then pledge. The second pledge goal is $3 or more, and you get a bumper sticker.
You don't get the comic.
You don't get the comic, but you get a bumper sticker.
Well, hell's bells! I can die happy.
For $5, you get the.
That's how they're gonna keep costs down.
For $5, you get the Deadbeats digital sampler. That you don't get. What? You don't get the whole book.
What?
Okay.
You only get 24 pages of the book.
The book.
Yeah, it's 100. It's 160 pages. But
Jesus
you're only,
Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, the book is 160 pages.
Yeah, but if you do $5 for the digital, you only get 24.
Is that one complete story, or is that like a page from every writer?
That would be hilarious. Just like here's a sample of each fucking thing.
Story.
They all start the same way. It's the shopkeeper. I run Deadbeat.
Probably. Oh God! It literally is like Crypt Keeper. It's like she's standing there behind the counter, then she walks around, the store. Look at this bullshit kind of thing. I'm looking at the thing. What was it? Oh yeah, $10 will you get the digital edition, so you get the entire book digitally.
That is a big book.
And you get a thank you.
So they don't even give a shit about thanking you until you give them at least $10. Everything else is like.
Okay, when do I get a physical copy? Okay, at $25 you get a physical copy. By the way, for that price, they are underselling it.
Yeah, because what about shipping? So we're assumed to say it's a $20 book with $4.99 shipping, and that's being kind of generous.
Yeah, that's just US.
They're going to lose money on this book.
Yeah.
See, this is one of the reasons why I came to you and I was concerned that our book was too big.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it was you had the genius idea to split it up into 2 volumes.
Yeah. That's how you get this, you get it out. You get what you want out. You get it on a cliffhanger, get people wanting more. That's how you do these things. It's still going to be close to 100, not little less than 100 pages, but it'll still be affordable,
Yeah.
Let's see, pledge $35 or more. Wait a second, am I looking at this? Oh, if you do $35, you get a T-shirt plus the digital, so you don't get the.
Shirts cost money, dude.
Yeah. If you pledge $50. You get the thing, you get the book and the T-shirt. And apparently also if you get $50, you get the a Wave Blue World Deluxe Digital Bundle. It says your name in the thank you section, Deadbeats Digital, Deadbeats Process PDF, blah, 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 blah. Oh, God. And here's another a retailer exclusive bundle.
What retailer?
Oh my God! They will not sign the book until you pledge at least 60. Wow! A physical copy of the complete Deadbeats anthology, along with digital copy. Also, you include your name in the thank you section. In addition, your book will include an exclusively numbered book plate signed by at least 10 Deadbeats creators.
But none of the good ones.
At least 10. You will get at least 10 signatures. It's okay. Don't worry about it. And there's this anthology bundle. Their pricing is kind of stupid. Like, in all honesty, when I'm kind of looking at this.
It honestly feels like they think that people are going to beating each other over the heads with sticks for fucking autographs and shirts. Like, they're hoping to make their money on those high tier items.
Mm-hmm. Okay, so they had a Deadbeats. This is all gone. These are the ones that are not available anymore, right? You can't get this one anymore. $20 or more, Deadbeats early bird print edition, a physical copy of the complete Deadbeats anthology, along with a digital copy. So they did a $20 funding rate, but it was limited for $20.
So the book is going to retail for about $20.
Yeah. But they're going to lose money on this book.
Oh, absolutely.
Like, yeah, I was going to say, it seems like they're definitely going to lose money on the book for it being that big.
And they have two, they got two, Away Blue World's editorial director, Joe Illich, will review your comic art portfolio or pitch and provide written comments via email and Skype conversations. This reward also includes both physical and digital. So, wait.
Sorry, but there's really fucking good ones in the industry out there that are offering to do that kind of shit for free.
I want to. So you're saying, I want you. Okay, first, I'm going to go to an editorial director of a publisher I've never heard of.
Yeah.
And pay him $300 to look at my shit.
Yeah, what you want is artists to look at your shit.
Whereas I could go to any kind of Comic Con and go to an artist, hey, can you check out my portfolio? And they'll look at it for free.
Yeah. There's some that are offering to look at your online portfolio for free in their spare time to, people that want to get into the industry.
Mm-hmm.
And also, let us not forget that Twitter is always free.
Right?
Yep. It's like, hey, can you take a look at this?
Exactly.
I'm just doing a quick run through of. Apparently, Ren hasn't been partnered with an artist yet, according to this, because she's only in the also featuring section. Rewards: the book, T-shirts, book plates, and of course the portfolio pitch review from this young man right here. His head is not even round; it's square. Look at
that is a square head.
That man has a very square head. You know what? I hate to do this, but you know who's got to come back for this, don't you? Da, da, da.
He's got a challenger.
Dun, 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 dun. Oh, wrong one. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, I'm getting rid of too much stuff. Is this one? Yes. Let's see. Piper, you looking at the stream?
Yes. You move it just a little bit.
Oh, you'll see it in a second. I got it right.
I was going to say, unless you already have. Hey, yeah. Oh, God. Perfect.
I'm sorry. Look, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that if I'm going to pay $300 for a pitch, I'm going to do that pitch to somebody who has a round head. Yeah, Mata made a good point. He said, just back Tales from the Stacks if you want a horror anthology. Very good point. Let's see. Yeah. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, man, that fit really good on the screen, didn't it?
Yeah.
Once again, just proof of the glory that is Mr. Myers' bald head.
Mm-hmm. Mr. Myers, please, I'm trying to pitch my book.
Mr. Myers, you're trying to seduce me.
Yeah, this... now that I know how many pages it is and how many people they want to be paying,
mm-hmm.
or unless they don't expect to pay them or get paid or something, like, they've fucking over themselves and their backers.
Yeah.
Well, they're probably have this weird idea that if they're doing their own art, that it doesn't cost anything, which I can understand why people think that, but that's incorrect because it still costs time.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And if you determine how much money you're actually making off of it, and you break that down into a page rate, you're still coming out behind.
Yep.
Yeah, that's stuff you could be doing other paid work
Yeah.
during instead. But I saw them paired up with various artists, so I figured they're paying writers, a bunch of writers and a bunch of artists.
Gotta hope Piper's looking at the stream. It gets faster in a second. Watch. Mata says he's evolving.
The actual value of this product is like $0.
Well, no,
But-
I think I know what he's saying. Like, they're
I know.
selling the book at the base value now. The base value is, what was it, 35 for the.
No, that's with a fucking shirt.
Oh, yeah, 25.
is when
25.
you get the book.
$25 for a print edition, and this book is 150. What was it again?
It was a lot.
160 pages,
60.
full
Yeah.
color, 160 pages. Now, granted,
Oh.
Yeah.
I thought they were going to do like some black and white or
no, these are full
mixed
color. Yeah. Oh, look, it went up a little bit. We made them $85 since we've been on there.
You're welcome, Mags.
Somebody wanted the book, the shirt, and a thank you.
And to thank you.
At this point, I want the book, a shirt, a thank you, and a reach around.
And you have to make eye contact.
Yeah, it's got 380 backers. So there's a few people. You can get two for that price. Now, I'm going to do something, and they're going to hate this too, because this is going to go into a little tailspin about this. But a friend of ours, friend of the show, been on the show before, That Umbrella Guy released a campaign on the same day. And he's already surpassed their funding.
Yeah. What was the total number they raised real quick?
Right now, you talking about the other people?
Yeah.
Deadbeats. Deadbeats is at $11,785. Umbrellas, Tugs is currently $13,825. Now,
Roughly breaks down to like $30 a backer.
Now, I will, as I say, while Tug has been around Comicsgate and stuff for a long time, this is his first ever, actual project. Right off the bat, he's fully funded. And he's got 270 backers. So he's fully funded with less backers, for one thing. Yeah. And granted, his goal was smaller. It was a $10,000 goal.
But his book is smaller, and here's the thing.
Mm-hmm.
He doesn't have to pay nearly as many people.
Yep. I like his tier. I like his perk list is "Hey there," and the second tier is "Howdy neighbor."
That's cute.
The $100 tier is "All right, times 4."
That's how you do it.
It's freaking cute.
Then there's retail. "Hey there." There goes the neighborhood. Oh my! I hope he's watching. He can hear my impression of him. Oh yeah, I think the one that really kills me for this book. It's called. Let me go back up just a little bit. The Case of the Littlest Umbrella, and it's basically he wanted a book that out there. It's a comic that he could show his daughter, right? And
Pretty respectable.
yeah, but I think, and like I said, the book looks nice. It looks cool. The one thing that gets me is the ash can. and it says a tweet became a meme, became a legend, and it's called it goes, "Come one, come all," Umbrella said. "Come listen to my word. A fireside tale, a mystery solved of the elusive goody bird."
I love that.
And it's basically Tug Girl, like, going around finding the Comics Gate and, looking for the elusive goody bird. But yeah, I'm seeing if my man, he better start adding some stretch goals. Since he's funded now. Come on, we're gonna have to. It's like, do I have to give you Tug? I gotta give you advice. I'm on John mailing you.
Madanui wants to know what the goody bird is.
That's what we're gonna find out. People have asked Gail. People ask Gail Simone, what is the goody bird? Because that's what she keeps calling. She called somebody a goody bird one time. It's like, what the?
Yeah, it was supposed to be an insult, calling somebody a goody bird.
I thought it might have had something to do with, because I know sometimes his daughter will come on stream and tell stories.
Yeah.
Everyone loves her stories.
Yeah.
No, it didn't have.
Tugbook relies on Tug's audience alone. Deadbeats relies on an audience of 93 goddamn creators that's still behind Tug.
Because those 93 goddamn creators don't actually have audiences.
Yeah, and it also helps that he is on stream currently with the Human Sunbeam. So,
Well, it's because their campaign doesn't have the words "Hey there."
So you're telling me that just one guy talking about your book, not backing it, talking about it with you, will get you funded. Whereas you get 93 fucking creators together to try to put something together for an anthology book that nobody wanted. And these
And imagine having to split that money 90 something ways or whatever after taking out the production process and the shipping process.
I agree with. I was looking up. I agree with the doctor. We need a and on tier for Umbrella's book. It'd be it's like, basically and on and on. Hey there. You can do the hey there and then how's it going?
Yeah.
It's funny talking to him off stream. It's the hilarious thing. He came into the chat and he just said, "Hey guys, what's going on?" We're like, "Whoa, this is normal Tug. What's going on?"
It's not prepared for this.
And you get a Heather Antelope and Renfamice. I like I like that Tug has made a book about his daughter being an eldritch terror. It's pretty good. One thing, okay, here's where things are going to get really interesting. Okay, they're trying to get on Tug because he's they say he's using quote licensed material in his book, and referring specifically to the Umbrella logo on his face. And he's saying that that's Capcom. And I would posit to say that I believe it is transformative enough that it's not actually the Umbrella Corporation logo from Resident Evil anymore.
I've also seen that logo used for other things.
Yeah. But I want to say, talking about Deadbeats, there's one little problem with their situation is that name has already existed in comics.
Yeah.
It was an ongoing series called Deadbeats back in the 90s. So who's stealing from who now?
I think there's a podcast out there called the Deadbeats Podcast, if I remember right.
Oh God, oh my God, guys, do you know how much? Okay, you know how much gratification I would get if they had to scrap this campaign and redo it just because they used a name that they thought nobody would use.
Supposed to look this shit up.
You would think, right? I mean, that's why I specifically when we were talking about a project, I specifically looked around to make sure there wasn't a comic called Midnight Cowboy. Yes, I'm aware there's a movie called Midnight Cowboy, but thematically it's a totally different thing. So
yeah, we need to finish watching that.
Mm-hmm.
I've been told by, I cannot remember because way back, that it's okay as long as you're not ripping the copying like the content too. It's okay to have this.
Not retelling the beat by beat story of the movie or something like that.
Yeah, it's okay to have the same name.
Yeah.
Well, in comics too.
Yeah.
There was a comic that I wanted to do that I realized there was like already 3 people doing comics with the same name, and I was like, well, that sucks. And they're like, you can use it. It's okay as long as you're not doing the exact same comic.
Mm-hmm.
I have an idea for a comic about a meth head with a heart of gold. He's going around hunting serial killers. Call it Green Lantern.
Well, we'll see how far we get with that one, right?
The character names, on the other hand,
Yeah.
Well, he's not called Green Lantern. The lantern shines for justice, and he's red colorblind, so he sees a lot of things in shades of green.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still writing it. Shut up.
I want to tell you about this book that we called. It's called Green Lantern, but it's not like you think. You see, it's like, exactly what Xavier said. See, the main character's name is Gal Gordon.
This is Jim Jones.
and his best friend Jan Stewart. And his other friend Rye Jardner. And his replacement Lyle Reindeer.
And he has a pathological fear of the color yellow because bad stuff happened to him, and his dad always made fun of him for being a crybaby and a coward.
Mm-hmm. Basically, his dad memed on him too hard, and
well, what about this character here? Oh, that's Sinestro.
Now wait a minute. And since I know Tug is he's currently on it, so I'm just going to check again, see if it's gone up anymore since we yeah, currently $14,275. Deadbeats is they went up about another $30.
Somebody got a shirt and no book.
I want to know how many people donated and just got the fucking bumper sticker.
Do they show what the shirt's going to look like? Is it at least a good shirt?
Oh, let's take a look at the shirt. Let's scroll down here. After we get past some of this art. I mean, some of the art ain't terrible. I'm not going to knock them. Some of it's pretty good. Let's see. I saw the shirts. Yeah, here we go. Let's can we? I mean, it's just the logo on different colored shirts.
Oh,
and
that's not a $30 shirt though. That's like a $10 shirt top.
Thrown on with an iron-on logo, probably.
Yeah.
Why is this thing peeling? I don't know.
Hell,
should have got some.
It would be more successful if they actually sold the iron-on patch.
Yeah.
And instructions.
Yeah. Dude, that's an idea we could do for our thing.
Yeah,
we'll talk about that later. That's funny because thanks to Sweetcast, I don't know if you got a chance to listen to that one, but now we've got an idea for a keychain for a tier.
Nice.
Yeah.
Dude, that was totally on accident.
That was totally on accident, and now we got iron-on patches.
Yeah.
Put this on the.
You guys keep coming up with stuff that's on yours by saying what other people should have on theirs.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, this is how you do it.
Yeah.
Make a note. Here's how you. I want this huge. Okay, think about this for a second, guys. Guys, seriously, think about this. Midnight Cowboy logo. The one that we've been, final, coming in on. Kind of getting nailed down. All right, imagine that.
It looks like like a penis.
Imagine that on a. Okay, guys, seriously. Imagine that on the back of a jean jacket.
Oh shit!
Tell me that wouldn't be baller.
Fucking cool.
Yes.
How about a mission patch for Project Mountain Hawk?
Yes,
Oh yeah,
dude.
dude. This is going to be the most successful book I've ever made. And that's the thing. It's like I see a lot of folks, and it's like a lot of these like these people who are doing this anthology book. Now, if they split it that many ways, let's say they just get just funding, just for an example. What was it, 93? What was it?
Is it really 93 though? I think that was a number that was pulled out of butts.
Mm-hmm.
Does it say like?
I don't know.
Number?
I don't know the actual number. You have to count. But we're gonna okay. Let's round it out to 30 folks, right?
Mm-hmm.
So, if being generous, they split the money and did not do any shipping costs, they would all get $833.
Legitimately, about 50 people. What?
Okay,
Damn.
so let me
50.
let me amend my numbers then. 0 divided by 50.
This is just if they took the money and ran.
Yeah, they took the money and ran. They didn't ship out anything. They didn't have to pay for any shipping, nothing like that.
They didn't actually give out nothing.
Everybody would get $500.
Woo, sorry.
That's still more money than some of these people have ever seen.
Yeah. Whereas Tug has to pay Kyung Lee, who's doing his art, Peter Gilmore, who's doing, I think he's doing Ashcan and a cover, and cover costs. He's going to have him a good chunk of change at the end of the thing. $500.
Well, apparently, that must be more than the industry's paying them. So.
Yes, the industry.
for this to look like an enticing idea for any of them. Like,
hey guys, let's do this project where we all put this thing together and we're all going to split the money. It'd be great. Oh shit! I could pay half my rent.
I used to make like double that in a week at my old job.
Mm-hmm. Well, Xavier, you see, the thing is, you actually did work at your job.
Yeah.
I don't think they know exactly what that means, in all honesty. But it is what it is. $500. Let me do a refresh here, see if they've gone up any.
it's apparently 43 and more.
It gets
43.
It gets even sadder when you realize that after the production costs of everything, they're going to walk away with even less.
They're up to 11,900. So they made about I think $200 since we started. Tug is currently at 14,225. I think that's only gone up a little bit.
I'm willing to bet some of the money they're getting is people backing them for funsies from Ethan's stream.
Right?
I would. I mean, if I had the money, I would legitimately.
I want my bumper sticker.
Exactly. Give it $3. Send me my bumper sticker, you cucks.
I'm tempted to back the digital version just so we can get a copy.
Yeah.
Bruh.
Yeah. But if you do that, I would make a recommendation. If you do that, also, back Tug's book, just to offset the junk.
Yeah.
Well, I can't expect Tug to back my book if I don't back his. That's
So
just unfair.
Exactly. Wait a minute, my book. Wait a minute, what's going on here? Hold on a minute. Wait a minute.
It was me, Austin. It was me all along.
Wait a minute. do my Booker T now. Wait a minute. That Xavier stole my book.
That table did not break.
That table did not break. Start this match over. Oh, shucky ducky quack quack. People are like, why is Booker T? How did he get into this?
Grade Point 5's got connection.
Yeah, dude, if they actually ship their products and crap, then yeah, they're looking about $100 each person. And apparently that must be more than they would get doing the same thing for the big 4 or 3 or
Oh, by the time this is all said and done, Remsworth is going to have herself a nice shiny nickel.
yeah.
Buy her a ride on the trolley, an evening show, and a moon pie.
But I like I said, and by the way, guys, if you didn't realize it earlier, when I was talking about the dashing, handsome man who made the prediction that she would get a writing credit at some point, it was me. Just
I also really, I just really think it's funny that Mags is also one of the also featuring at the bottom. Like,
yeah, she's in the also featuring. It's like, wow.
Yeah, you're not even cool enough to be.
Holy shit. I'm surprised that like the way they've been shilling this is like there's not going to eventually be a Gail Simone tier where if we get this much money, we can get Gail Simone to,
The book will never come out then because she'll never have her story ready. Gail, book's ready to go. Where's your story? I'm
working on it. Gail, seriously. Okay, yeah, we like the, we're glad you're on the project. We appreciate it, but we don't know why in the middle of this you have a scene with the shopkeeper having a debate with Ann Coulter.
Oh, that's just a thing, It's just what are we doing? I'm sorry, my mind, Gail, is just drunken out of it.
I like that Mags and Kwanzaa are apparently only at Ren level of importance.
Yeah, they're in the also featuring.
Yeah, with Ben.
Yeah. Also featuring, this internet troll and this Black Power guy.
And this other internet troll.
I'm going to say, yeah. I was about to say something else, but I do not want to be accused of misgendering. But
how much you want to bet Kwanzaa's story is basically, instead of telling a story, it's just his character preaching at the audience for like 20 pages.
Yeah. It's like, but they, see, if that was me, I would immediately, or after that, it's like, sir, this is Wendy's.
The doctor's right too. The writers will probably only get like $25 to $50.
They're not. Yeah, the writers aren't gonna get much at all. See, here's the thing, lads and lasses, The other week when Remphimus got sent to the gulag, which we were hoping was permanently, but didn't happen. She made mention that she was working on a quote special project. I said it then. I said that's gonna be a comic book.
No, you were right.
Yep. And I said it a few months ago. You can ask Piper. I said she will be published this year in a comic book. I said I guarantee you she'll be published this year. What's going to happen?
Probably didn't even do shit. She probably didn't contribute at all.
Yeah, and it's so funny now. It's like,
well, see, everybody has to start somewhere.
Because they're claiming that people are saying, "Oh, Ren doesn't deserve the job because she hasn't done anything."
Well, see, people
have to start. It's like nobody cares. No, you don't understand, dummies. It's nothing about like where she started or how she started or what did she do. It's the fact that you're giving her a platform for holding your water. She is literally your interference person. I mean, you guys will be lucky if she's able to finish anything on the project because she might be in jail this time next year. Because she's accused a lawyer of running a harassment campaign in Texas, the state she lives in.
Ooh.
She's gone after the beard, ladies and gentlemen. You don't go after the beard. Don't go after the beard. Leave the beard alone.
Beard is an attack lawyer that wants to be unleashed, but Vic is like, no, don't.
Yeah.
Don't. and they're going to antagonize the beard.
As our
An
friend
attack lawyer.
Shamil
Don't
said.
make me release my attack lawyers.
Well, if anybody's watched if anybody's ever watched Yu Yu Hakusho, Shamil said last night that Ty Beard is actually like he's got spirit cuffs on currently. So his true law powers are being held back.
The Honorable Judge Taguro presiding.
Yeah, Judge Taguro. I must use 10% of my power. Immediately comes like super buff, like. Very good, Yusuke. You made me use on 100% of my power, but I have another secret. I still have 10% more. Gasp! He could go to 110%.
You know, the shit doesn't get real with Taguro until he takes his sunglasses off.
Oh yeah. And if guys, if you've never seen Yu Yu Hakusho, you can always watch the remake, Hunter x Hunter. Hunter x Hunter it's made by the same guy. It's basically the same story. It's just it's just a smaller child instead of
Yeah. To be fair, Yu Yu Hakusho had one of the best tournament arcs in anime history ever.
True.
But then they did it again.
Yep. And I guess you could say in some ways condensed it a little bit, but
Well, there weren't really any stakes in the Demon Lord tournament.
No. Toei deal with it in the end. They're getting pissed. Yeah. And better music too. Yeah. Oh yeah, and that's another thing. Ren is currently she's in the gulag again right now. She can't use her main account. So when it's time to promote the book, during the time when it's time to promote the book that you've just been playing, you get put in the timeout.
Karma's a bitch.
And now she has 2 alternate accounts. She has the Renfamous X, and there's the other one. I forgot what it's called. It's basically she tried to make it look like it was like a meme of her, like it's just it's like a meme account, but it actually is her. Because she's not very smart, she doesn't know how to not act like herself.
Yeah.
It's like
She doesn't know how to not be an annoying bitch.
Well, you see, here's the funny thing. I've always said, like I said this the other night. Xavier was there. Me and him were talking offline, and the thing is, it's very easy to act like an SJW. It's insanely easy. Just be offended by everything.
Yeah.
It is hard to act like a normal human being for those people. Right?
Yeah, because they don't know what normal is. Normal to them is how TV show characters act.
Mm-hmm. She's capable of not being an insufferable twat. Yeah.
Because they're not real people.
Yeah. Like I said, oh God, I wish Cab was here, but he could give you that whole dissertation on, they got their human interactions from TV shows. They don't know how to interact, with humans, correctly. That's why when they do write stuff, it looks like something from a fucking sitcom.
Yep.
So
this is why all their comics are fucking slice of life shit.
Mm-hmm. And you know what? By the way, Piper has talked about her stuff on stream before, so I'm gonna take a brief aside and talk about some shit, like real life shit, for a second, right? If y'all don't mind, I'm talking to you too.
Good.
Talking about some real life shit for a second. Don't worry, it'll dovetail. It'll dovetail back to what I'm talking about. So, when I talk about real life, my Twitter feelings didn't get hurt or anything like that, because that's stupid.
Yeah.
Let's just say that to say
having
that
feelings on Twitter at all is stupid.
Yeah, to say that I had an interesting start of the week has been an understatement. Started off by taking my mom to the emergency room on Sunday. They admitted her to the hospital. I come home that night. It was like 3 a.m. I couldn't find any place to. In fact, Xavier was on the. Me and him talked on Discord for a while he was trying to keep me company and awake, so I could get home. Finally found a place to get something to eat at 3 o'clock in the morning because I hadn't eaten all day. Finally, get home, get like 3 hours of sleep, have to go back to the hospital. On the way to the hospital, I get a rock chip and get it in my truck's window. So that's fun.
Aw.
Yeah. So, get up there, get mom some supplies, some things she needs and things like that. Come back home, try to get some sleep. My dad comes home. I'm ready to eat. I'm like, I don't want to eat. I want to sleep. So turn it around, finally, so Tuesday, finally get a chance, like, oh, good, get to rest a little bit. Well, the guy who's supposed to come fix the thing, he's like, yeah, I'm here first thing in the morning. Can I do your thing? I was like, yeah, I guess so. Yeah, sure. Whatever. So he comes out and puts the fucking, resin in the thing that's supposed to make the crack disappear. Guess what it didn't do? That stuff is bullshit. They tell you, oh, it'll fix the crack. You won't even notice it. Bullshit.
It did wonders for mine when I had a chip in my windshield.
But inside the car, you could still see the fucking chip. That's what pissed me off, right? So I said, no, I'm on another fucking window. Fuck this noise, right? So they came out, they came out today and put another window in. Now, and here's the funny thing. I said, oh, finally got a new window. I got nothing else to worry about. Good. Turn the car on. Collision detection malfunction. Why do I have a collision detection malfunction? Right?
What the fuck?
What
even is that?
Collision detection on newer vehicles is basically if you're going along, it'll give you a big red stop in your center console. Like, hey, you need to stop right now because it's like detected a vehicle close by.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah.
Fancy.
But the thing is, it's like more annoying than anything because it brings the screen up. To see, I have two odometers, right? One's, just a regular, odometer, and they have a digital one in the center. That's the one I usually look at when I'm checking my speed. But it makes that disappear because it's a malfunction. So you can only make it disappear for a second, so then it comes right back up, right? I was like, ugh. So I called up the thing, and I said, why is this working? Oh, you have to get it recalibrated. Where do I get it recalibrated? Well, you got to go to the dealership. Fine. And he said, you might have to pay $150. I said, why do I have to pay $150 for something you did?
Right?
Why didn't you say something?
Yeah. Here nor there. Now, here's the thing, guys. I have been driving for 23 years, right? I didn't even know what collision detection was until I owned this vehicle, right?
Yeah, I just learned it because you own that vehicle.
Yeah. Now, here's the funny thing. Like I said, I haven't had in the 20 of the 23 years I've driven, never had this collision detection thing. Now I do. I didn't even know I really had it until I noticed I had a malfunction. Right? Now I have anxiety because the collision detection thing doesn't work. It's like for some reason I'm getting freaked out because apparently I need the car to tell me to hit the brakes.
I'm trying not to hit people while driving. My collision detection's broken, so now I gotta use my eyes like a sucker.
Bubba, yes. Basically, the excuse was that, after I called him and said, yeah, showing I'm having a collision detection malfunction, and he was like, oh, sorry about that. Yeah, you have to go to the dealership and get that fixed. I was like, you mother. And then on top of that, talking about you might have to pay $150 to $200. Like, fuck, what? No, I'm not paying money for something you did. Fuck you. I mean, I was lucky my insurance covered the window, but still. God,
yes.
I said the insurance should cover the malfunction, right? I don't know. I called up my Toyota dealer and I just said, "Hey, look, my shit's still under warranty. Will that take care of it?" Yes. All right, good. Good, just fine. Whatever. Find a buddy with a scanner. You can reset that BS easily. Usually, just trips a code. Huh.
Yeah. You're lucky.
No.
I remember when I got new tires for my car, They didn't have the tires in the size that came with my car. Actually, had to go like an inch inch bigger, which was fine. It fit in the wheel well, but it meant that when my speedometer says I'm doing 60, I'm actually doing like 67.
Oh.
And you have to remember that you're doing 67, otherwise you forget, and then you get a speeding ticket. Like what happened. But thankfully, I got to take care of it. That's the point of the story.
Yeah.
So finally, I go into my dealership to see if they'll recalibrate my speedometer for this. And like, yeah, we don't do that here. We don't do that.
Like what?
So my choices are to either get tires in the correct size, which is painfully impossible, or wear those tires down enough where that inch is gone. When I replaced my tires recently, though, that went away. I guess maybe they recalibrated my shit for me at the fucking tire joint. Tire discounters. Get your tires from them. They've done me good every time I went there, and they fix that shit. If you get the lifetime warranty of the tire.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like them, except for the one time when they lost one of my hubcaps.
How?
Well, actually, they didn't lose the hubcap. They lost the VW symbol in the middle of the hubcap. The cute little, because you have to take lots of parts off for fucking German engineering.
Fucking German cars.
Right? Right? So there's multiple pieces, and they lost one of the VWs.
See, what you need to do is you need to buy a Japanese car like a real American would, or buy a Mexican car, like a Ford and Chevy.
Well, I don't have a VW anymore, but Beetles, man, they're like one of my favorite cars. I like Beetles and Jeeps.
I had my mom had an uncle that worked for GM, and all he did was buy Volkswagens.
Beetles and Jeeps. It feels like there's a song somewhere.
Right? I know.
Beetles and Jeeps. I just like my Beetles and Jeeps.
Yeah, D,
Beetles are really fun to drive because they're small and low to the ground, but not too small. So they're like really fucking fun to drive.
Now hold on. Now I got to say something because I own a Toyota Tundra, right? And even though Toyota, it's a Toyota vehicle, it was made in the U.S. So because
Beetle and Jeep to get a beep.
Because Toyota figured out a long time ago, said, hey, instead of putting all our vehicles on these big ships and shipping them over and making them cost twice as much, why don't we build some over there?
Yeah, just to avoid import tariffs.
Yeah. And then on top of that, let's not hire union workers and hire just, people who are actually good at their job and and just give them, pay them a little less but give them really good fucking benefits.
Well, if you're not going to give benefits, you got to pay more anyway. If you're going to pay less, you got to give benefits.
Unless you're a union, and then you get both, but somehow still don't make enough money.
Well, it's offset because you're giving chunks of your money to the union.
Yeah,
and then they never vote in your interest.
Mm-hmm. My mom was a part of a union years ago. She worked in a grocery store, guys. She was a cashier, and she had to join a union. Yeah. Well, she didn't have to, but she was told it would be in your best interest to join the union.
Whoa, that kind of sounds like she had to.
Yeah, I said, Mom, are you sure that was a union or was that the mafia?
Right?
After living around people that work for Honda, I will never own a newer Honda. Yeah, Hondas have kind of taken a nosedive in recent years. They used to be like kind of the gold standard of cars,
They used to be the gold standard of a lot of things, honestly. And they went poop on everything.
No, I drive a Mitsubishi, and my car is fucking fantastic. It's like it's like 42 city and 45 highway.
Mm-hmm. Let's see. I'm looking at this. I got snow money for months. I'm 3 months behind on getting new clothes. 3 months. I haven't bought new clothes in 2 years.
I just bought new clothes today.
The other night while waiting in the here's how bad a shape some of my clothes are. I was in the ER, and I went to, I was, putting my right leg on my left leg, just kind of giving it a break while sitting, and I'm a fatty, so sometimes I need to, I need to help my leg out. So I grabbed a hold of my pant leg to pull it up, and my pant leg, like the bottom of my pant leg, like disintegrated. Because I've been wearing these goddamn pants for so long.
Yeah. I take so long between actually buying clothes that when I went and bought clothes today, Discover sent me a text message going, "Hey, somebody just tried to spend $300 at JCPenney. Was this you?" Call us real quick to confirm. Yeah, it's just so unusual. Typically with your purchasing history of video games, gas, and food. This was you, right? Please confirm this number. Yeah.
My bank did that to me one time when I bought way too many things on like Adam and Eve.
Ooh.
At once. It was for something though. It was important. But yeah.
I had I was seeing doctors talking about a project car. I had a project car once. It was a 1978 Monte Carlo. You know why I wanted that to restore a 1978 Monte Carlo? Because that thing had fucking trunk space for days. Do you know how many like fucking tins you could put in that thing?
You're supposed to measure trunk space by how many hookers you can fit in it, bro.
You could at least, I say at least 8 hookers if you squished them.
Awesome. Is that rolled in carpet or without carpet?
Well, either way, it doesn't matter. I'm talking about tins. I was thinking this thing gonna thump because I was a young kid and an idiot. I was like, I want this thing to I want people to hear me coming down the road to think the world is ending. No, it's just the car, right?
Yeah.
Like, how did he find the bass in a George Jones song?
No, my dream car is for a project. Because I'm a huge fucking weeb, would be an AE86 Torino, which I almost had the opportunity to get.
Mm-hmm.
When I lived in Japan, I drove an AE111, which I only bought because it said Torino on the car. It was the last car in the Toyota Sprinter series to carry the name Torino.
Mm-hmm.
And I parked next to a guy with an 8.6, and he's like, "Hey, man, I'm getting ready to go back to the States, and I can't take my car with me for reasons. Do you want it?" Fucking yes. I need $5,000. Shit. I don't have $5,000. Like, can I give you? I got like $1,200 now. Will you accept a trade and cash? Ooh. Shit. And I was like, because I think they just changed the rules on how long old a car has to be before they let you import it.
Mm-hmm.
And the government will pay for it and whatever. And the 8.6 was like a year away. Mm-hmm. So if I got this, I would have been able to take it home with me.
Yeah, looking at Doctor, he's talking about what he had in his car as far as sound system and stuff. I noticed something, like, at least for me, the older I get, the less I care. It's like, at some point, does the radio work? Yes, good. You know what I mean? Like, fine. My mother is the exact opposite. The older she gets, the better it has to sound. That's what happens when you got fuck you money. You know what I mean? Which is funny because my dad's working to make that fuck you money, and she spent anyway.
Oh no!
Hey, you're better off than my mom, who accidentally fell into the trap of microtransactions on Facebook game.
Oh no!
No.
Can you guess how many thousands have vanished?
Quite a bit.
It's more than one, but less than 10.
So we're not quite to 5 figures yet, but we're still in the high 4s. Is what you're telling me?
She probably could have funded a book by herself.
Oh wow!
Wow.
Needed to donate to Tug and get his
Yeah.
Told you I'd tie this back around. But no, like, yeah, like my mom, like, she got that new Toyota that came out last year called the CHR. It's kind of like their hybrid. It's like it's kind of like it's a car, but it like had the feel like the room and the feel of a SUV inside.
Yeah.
Oh, cool.
And of course, the first thing she said was, "Oh, this is nice and all. Can I fit my speakers in it?" I was like, "Well, you got all this, trunk space, trunk space and stuff. So yes, anything you want to put in there, you can put in there." She said, "Awesome." I was like, "Mom, what is it, son?" I said, "You realize you're 65 years old." I probably put like $500 into the Marvel Contest of Champions. Hey, let's put it this way: you put more money into Contest of Champions than Renfilms will make on this comic book project.
I put money into Marvel Contest of Champions. I'll say that. I already feel ashamed.
I've spent more money on the caffeine necessary to write the first 3 issues of Midnight Cowboy than Ren will make in her book.
All right, guys. Since we went off on the tangent about cars and stuff. The Deadbeats made $10 more. They're at $11,910. Let's see what Tug's doing. See how much. So he was at 14,225. Let's see what he's at now. 14,550. So made another $250-ish. So I think I will laugh really hard when Tug greatly exceeds even their funding goal. Because he's gonna pass 25. I know he is. At this rate, he'll pass 25. Oh,
yeah. He's also going to make more just because it's a smaller book.
Yeah. Like overhead's going to be a lot less and stuff like that. So, and he's starting. Like I said, the best thing is he's starting off with the $20, and that's his base. That's his base. I think he does need to do a little bit better explaining what's in each, instead of just like using Tugisms.
Yeah.
Which I appreciate. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate the Tugisms. Soon he'll eventually have more backers than them too. So, but anyway, well, I ain't got nothing else tonight. What about you guys?
Don't forget to spay and neuter your pets.
Help control the pet population. Have your pets spayed or neutered. I like that. Did you know that? Of course, we know Bob Barker, started that. But did you know that, Drew Carey? They told Drew Carey to come up with something on his own when he took over The Price is Right. Like, come up with your own thing, and he couldn't think of anything, so he just did the same thing. I was like, well, it's a good message to have out there because many years a gun store / exotic vehicles dealership was selling Bradley man carriers. We contemplating buying one and building a DJ booth in the bed. At this point, I think after watching a lot of Red versus Blue lately, I think I want a warthog,
right?
or at least a mongoose.
You know what? Besides a car, I want a Vespa like really bad.
Those are expensive.
You want a yellow Vespa?
A Vespa or similar, because there's some brands that are cheaper that
get like a Honda or Suzuki scooter. Same thing.
Yeah, just as long as they have that classic look, and it's got to be mint green. That's it. I want a mint green Vespa scooter really bad. Like they're just so fucking cute and fun looking. So it's got to be at least 150 or up cc.
That'd be good with a Humvee. Let's go to
except for the gas guzzling.
And of course, my if I did get myself a warthog, there'd be only one song being played in that. I won't play it here. I might get a copyright strike. mean, Razor Fist might copyright strike us too, so you never know. Well, anyway, like I said, I don't have anything else tonight. That was just I wanted to go over that stuff. Just been gone for a couple of days. But we will be back tomorrow night, and Friday night we're going to have a guest. We're gonna have,
Ooh,
I won't be back tomorrow night.
I won't. I have to work tomorrow.
I don't care about you people.
I was gonna say, and I'm going on some stream.
But yeah, Friday night, Mike Murphy from the recently successful Samurai and Dinosaurs project, Indiegogo project, will be on with us. So
Heck yeah, I'll
Nice.
do that.
yeah, it's a nice guy.
I like fucking god damn it.
Come back now.
Yeah.
Come back.
Sorry, I like the typo. I read it as Humvee, and then I realized it's Humvee. And I'm like, yeah, that sounds about right.
Okay.
Humvee. And then hell, I'd settle for a blowjob at this point.
Damn dog.
Just throwing it out there.
I mean, do what you got to do. I mean, obviously, but Anyway,
I still rather a vehicle.
yeah. Okay. Anyway, like I said, we'll be back. I'll be back tomorrow night, at the very least. I'll pull somebody in if I need to bounce stuff off of. But yeah. But yeah, so we'll see you tomorrow night. I'll see you tomorrow night, and y'all have a good one. Peace.
Woo!
Bye.
Bye.